Yo, little bro was getting something to eat a minute ago,
Yeah, I'm glad my screen is blurred.
huh?
He ain't paused anything.
I was either getting in that fridge. I was like, yeah, he said, I ain't got time for this, Dad. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I gotta eat. It's something to eat. It's
I got
something to eat.
going to eat food.
But yeah.
Oh.
I knew that topic was going to drag on a little bit. I was like, ugh.
Well,
Yeah, when he said,
I mean, that's good though, because I mean, at the end of the day, I think there is something that needs to be said about it.
no, yeah, and y'all right. Like I said, it's I have clients who what Terrance said, they figure out how to process things and they finish college and get jobs. And then I have clients who are on disability and living in group homes and that's their life. It's like that's what I'm alive, but this depression, this anxiety, this schizophrenia, this I can't do this. I don't want to get off disability. Like
It's
this is the end.
I'm reading all these little stats from these studies from the OECD. It says that the pandemic drew such awareness to it that the demand is widely outgrown the supply, and that's has become a major concern, especially in the youth, because the support for high risk groups are a major need, but yet we don't have the accessibility or the resources to commit to the demand.
Right,
Yeah,
And I
because
know a lot of people starting, they're trying to start up like the business I'm working with. They have, we have basically MHMR out here. We probably like the second biggest mental health thing, but I know a lot of people now, they're trying to start up mental health companies because it is so, the demand is crazy. And I don't know, like y'all said, some of the demand is extreme, need medication, uh, need somebody to teach them coping strategies. The other part of that demand could just be people just need somebody to talk to. So it's you never know what you're
and
gonna
that
get.
and that small demand can become an extreme demand if some people don't get that person to talk to.
Right. So we get most of our clients straight from the mental hospital. That's why I say ours is the mostly the extreme. Because if you don't have a certain diagnosis, I can't even sign you up for my program. You have to have major depressive disorder. You have to have schizophrenia. You have to have bipolar. You have to have schizoaffective. Schizoaffective is bipolar and schizophrenia, kind of a mixture of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So those four is the only four I take. You can't just come to me and say I got a little bit of anxiety, brother. I'm like I can't do. Let me refer you to somebody else because we only deal with the major for mental health diagnosis.
nah, and what I was telling Terrance a minute ago, like to that point, like I because I used to always lose it. I used to always kind of come like I had people in my corner, young and when I was young in life, that were like, "Hey, if you keep going this route and you keep doing these things behaviorally, right, you're gonna end up either dead or in jail." Like that's not stuff that everybody does. It's not gonna go well for you if you keep acting like this. So they're like giving me strategies, giving me, it's like, hey, this situation is not long term, right? Like it's just where you are right now. But I think the person that's in it has to understand that, like we were saying earlier, what you feeling, you can feel it. Like that's okay. It's not, you don't have to feel guilty for feeling what you feeling. Like you don't have to feel guilty because whoever's standing in front of you that disrespected you, you want to take their head off. You don't have to feel guilty about that. There's more to that. That feeling doesn't have to run you though. And coming to the point of where you could control yourself and you gain power over yourself and love yourself enough to go through the full range of emotions that you're gonna feel as a human being. I think that's a lot of like not only the traditional mental health strategies that are taught, but also I think there's a spiritual component to that. I think there's multiple things, even to your diet and to your fitness, like we talked about earlier, how that
Mm-hmm.
saves lives. There
Mhm.
are multiple pillars to finding your authentic self. It's not just the strategies, because strategies are great, Jarrell, but like if it's not super intense for me and grounding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 isn't getting there, there's other ways to get there too.
Right,
And
right.
and what happens with mental health sometimes in the industry is that the funding, we talked about funding earlier, the money goes into the problems, like the people that are diagnosed, people that, you know what I'm saying, it's okay, let's throw money into this because we know it's a problem. And a lot of nonprofits, the money comes to nonprofits and they just kind of keep the problem alive without really fixing it because that's the machine. Like that's how the machine keeps going. Like the machine keeps going because there is an issue. Like feed the children is always going to be there because children are always going to be hungry. You know what I'm saying? It's like kids are always going to be hungry, so we always going to have money to feed more children, but there's still going to be kids hungry because we're going to have systems in place to make sure kids are still hungry.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing with mental health. Like I just feel like when you're talking to an individual though, because the beautiful part about being in the industry where you serve people, which is most industries, is that when you deal with that one person, that person is an individual in their totality. So they got their own stuff going on, and you got your own stuff going on. And when y'all come into connection, whether that be in customer service, whether that be in mental health, whether that be in the church, or whatever you do, you leave an impression on that person. They leave an impression on you. And the more authentic that relationship can be, I think it adds to the mental health of both people. Like no matter whatever it is y'all doing. And sometimes, you got artificial relationships, you got fake shit that you kind of just do to get through small talk, shit like that. But like that doesn't really help people. Like if you
like you said, those artificial relationships or those surface level relationships can keep you above surface.
Well, yeah, okay, I take it back. I have heard that actually. I have heard it because like remember somebody's name. They say that can like help somebody not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurt themselves that night. Yeah. Smiling
exactly.
at somebody can save a life. But what you said, another thing, Kerry, working with in mental health, me telling them stuff I used to do, me telling them I used to punch my steering wheel, me telling them that I used to punch the wall, me telling them that I broke a trash can because the Cowboys lost the football game. Like
Yep.
me telling them that stuff, it's like they think I drive up to heaven every day and fall out of the sky every morning.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm a human too. Like sometimes when they call me 6, 7 o'clock at night and they're like yelling at me and stuff, and I'm like, hey dog, I have 6. um, I didn't even mean to do
I couldn't help it.
I hate my life.
But
I mean, success.
but no, I have to let them know like I'm a human too. Like yo, I'm going through stuff. I have a family. Stuff happens to me too. So if you call me, it better be serious. Like don't call me just to say, hey, I had a bad dream. No, don't call me on no BS. Like if it's serious, if it's a crisis, call me. But I'm a human too. I have a family too. I have anxiety too. I have to pay my rent too. Like I have to take care of my kids too. So it's to the point where like they do need to hear me being authentic. Like, hey, I'm driving home. Sometimes my car stops. I got to deal with that. Like I get pissed off too.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all need to understand. Like it's not an excuse. Like,
No,
we got to figure it out. Like, let's figure it out. How can when I get pissed off, what can I do to fix? Because me being pissed off don't fix a tire on my car. Me being pissed off don't fix the situation at my house. I figure out I go through, my strategies, my coping skills, and I figure out what I need to do next. So,
but like you said, it's good when people get to see you struggle. Like it's good when the people you work with know that you do have a real life things and like you are going through it. Like same with the young with the middle schoolers. Like if I come in and it's on my face, there's something going on. They, Mr. Holland, what's going on? Well, I can't talk to you about it, but just know we all have our battles. Like Tuesday might be Tuesday for you, and it's Tuesday for me too. It's kicking both our teeth in.
Yep.
I just can't tell you that, but just watch how I navigate it, so you can see that there's ways around it. There's ways to get through it.
Not the end of the world.
That's a fact.
Vulnerability display in men specifically is powerful. So powerful. I've seen it at work so many times. Like working with the youth, I say this, and this is just me telling y'all this. I ain't told too many people this, but now I'm telling everybody on the podcast too. But like I've let tears go in multiple classrooms early in my career. And the reason why I did it a lot of times is because there was one time where I was telling the kids about a story because we were going out for a Christmas break, and I was like, I want you guys to be safe. I want you guys to make great decisions. Like Coach Beast always tells us, make great choices. I was like, I want y'all to make great choices because I want to see y'all come back. And I think during that time, I had lost somebody recently. It was like a homie that had passed. And it just is like, I just really appreciate having y'all, in the classroom every day. And I just thought about it. It just all came to me. And I thought to myself, like, man, I'm just gonna let these tears go, whatever. And then when I did that, it was like, man, he really care about us. And that's something that is authentic. Like I felt that, so I let him go. And they knew. It's like, okay, this is how he feels. Because a lot of times what we do as men is we try to put on this Superman suit and we act like we don't feel nothing. And we act like, being strong means being stoic, right? Which it does sometimes. Like sometimes it means that. What you say, DeMarcus?
Oh, nothing.
Oh,
He said,
weak. You said weak?
No.
Stoic.
You
stoic.
put a lot of O's in there. He was
stoic.
like,
Yeah, bro, that's why I put the gallery view on so y'all could see DeMarcus do what he do. But now, like I think it's just very empowering when, especially when young men see it, because then they be sitting there like, how many times I seen my pops cry? Which, me personally, I hadn't seen my pops cry till I got mad old. I don't know if y'all ever seen y'all pops cry, but it was like a wow. And I think what it does is because we all feel things, is it kind of creates this like you not allowed to feel certain things when you feel them. And when your emotions are foreign to you, when the things that hurt you are suppressed, like I said before, it's going to show in other ways, whether that be in your relationships, whether that be in your job, whether that be in your relationship with your children. Because that's the other thing too. My daughter was the ignition for this. Like when I first saw her, obviously that was a very emotional experience, but as she started to develop as a young woman, young, because right now she's 13, she asked questions like, hey, Dad, why it didn't work out with you and Mom? Did you cheat on her? Okay, if you did, why? And then now it's like you got to be in tune with your emotions to have them conversations with your kids. Like the real ones, right? Because some people like to try to. Because when we grew up, I mean, I don't know about
Yeah,
y'all,
birds and the bees and the bees and the man.
bruh. You got to have all the conversations. Any
They
conversation
know more.
yeah,
They know a lot more. They know
exactly.
a lot more. This phone, this Google gives them. Okay,
they have access to more information, but I wouldn't say they
well,
know more.
they probably don't. I don't think they retain more, but they know more.
But because they
I
have so
think,
much more access, I'm sorry, I'm gonna
yeah.
cut you off, Jarrell, but because they
No,
have so
no,
much
go
more
ahead.
access, it's so much more of an importance on us as the adults to have to say what's the truth because they have a lot of information, but some of it's out of context and it's not giving the full picture. So you
Right.
got to interject and say, hey, in all of this clutter, this is what it is. And they may question you. And you better be ready to have a conversation. That's all I'm saying. With Chat GPT, that motherfucker answer anything.
I'm crying.
That's a bad mama.
My
Chat GPT.
well, if y'all don't know, Gerald's my brother, but our sister asked me a question at a very young age about sex.
I'll throw this hat.
And I was like, we really finna have this conversation right now? She's like, who else can I ask? I was like, all right, let's go.
I'm the one.
And you know what's crazy? How old is Lisa? Well, she's in her 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she still reflects on that story today. Like she will tell you that story today.
Mm-hmm.
That's powerful, bro. That's what it is. It be them conversations because they know they can't talk to nobody about it. Like when you feel like you can't talk to anybody about something, it starts to it's like that inner you starts to like become concrete and just like you hide it. You like because you had questions, but you're like, no one's talking about this. So maybe I'm not supposed to talk about this. But it's like, no, you should talk about it. It's just you're not in a setting that's accepting it right now, which sometimes I think in order to make a setting more of your setting, you got to bring more of you to it. So you got to bring your questions. Like youngsters, bring the questions that make the old folks question what they even think. Like if you don't believe in what's going on in the situation, it is okay to speak up and say, I don't get it. Like why are we, or maybe say, huh?
Respectfully.
There's ways to do it
yeah.
respectfully. There's ways to do it respectfully. But until you learn how to do it respectfully, there are smaller settings where it's not like, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got to do it when you at school, but you could do it with the homies.
Yeah.
And then from the homies, you can maybe ask, you know, the uncle or the parent or the, you know, but it's that's the part I think that's missing from the mental health conversation. It's just the authenticity. The more it's real basic, but it's like that's the part, because you can't keep getting cliche with people. People going, that's, you start getting calcified to it. Your brain does not see it as a new experience, so you learn how to answer questions. Like when I was going through the worst of the worst mentally for myself as a young man, I knew how to tell people the things that would get them to leave me alone, because I kept having the conversations. You know how that goes, Jarrell. Like when some people that are struggling the worst, they know how to keep all the right words out of the conversation to get you to.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you fine. I'm good. I'm straight. What you been doing? Chilling? Nothing?
Yeah.
How you feeling mentally? I'm fine. Like normal. How I usually feel.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, all right, so you don't need me today? Nope. Y'all go ahead and do y'all. There's other people out there that need y'all.
Yep.
But I think
And
that's also too what y'all speaking to. My bad to interrupt.
are you good?
That's a reflection of how well people know you as an individual, right? Because I could see JJ do that to people in college, but I'm not taking that from him.
Like, nah, bro.
Yeah, like nah, bro. Let's sit. Let's chop it up. And that's the biggest thing. Even in JJ's world, my world, everyone's world, it's relationships, right? People are only going to open up to who they feel like want to receive what they're giving, right? You can't ask someone something like that, like, how are you doing mentally? And they feel like what you say doesn't matter. They're never going to give you something of substance. And I think that's the biggest thing why we see like having those relationships with even adults, like men as a whole, right? We struggle unless it's like our closest homies to have that conversation. Like, oh yeah, I'm struggling. Things are going south. But if it's not your homie, what do you get? Like you said, yeah, I'm straight. The other day, another dollar.
Yeah,
9 to 5 gonna work. So it's all about the relationships and who you feel and who you see. And that's why I try and tell the youth, it's okay to have a relationship with someone that is strictly you expressing to them. Like y'all don't have to be friends. Y'all don't even have to hang out every day. But if you feel like this person is an outlook or a vessel to where y'all can share and build and bond off of the things y'all are going through, sometimes that's stronger than friendship.
Especially in situations where y'all have a shared struggle, like you said. Like that's why work friends is a thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why school friends is a thing. That's why church friends is a thing. Sometimes these people that you deal with them in this space because y'all understand that space, and it's easy to kind of let out your feelings about what's happening in that space because you have a shared struggle experience. It's easy to talk about it because you get it. Now, I don't mean I'm talking to you about everything, but I can talk to you about certain things, especially if it's a trusted individual that you kind of have built that level of trust with. But me personally though, once I'll say this though, the other side of it, I'll let you go to Marcus. Once you breach that trust though, for me, that I don't know what you call that, but it's gone forever. Like, and I don't know if that's something I need to work through, but I will never trust you in a situation where you breach my trust and you've leaked my information out there to the world after I've, confided in you. Like, because I usually don't do that. But sometimes I do a little bit just to see what you're going to do.
Just
and then once you breach it, then I go ahead and reel it back in. I'll be like, okay, you letting everybody know my business. Like, all right, bet. Now Betty coming over here asking about some stuff I told Joe ass last week. I'm like, oh, that's what we doing? I'll be like, I'll talk to her too. I'll be like, oh, the situation is getting much better. Thank you for, I appreciate you caring.
Gary, so you only eat chicken and fish now? How you know that, Betty?
I used to get mad, JJ. I was like, told you this, but now I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm doing much better. I even lie about this. I gas it up, bro. And I like, yep, ain't talking to your ass,
man. But yeah, man. Are we green? Are we going to the greener? Or
Marcus had something to say about it.
But... Oh, okay.
I was just gonna say when y'all was talking about those relationships that sometimes aren't even friendships, they're straight one-way street. Just try to keep those platonic relationships. And when you add physical to things, like it get very, very messy.
100%. That's
because it'll work out. Pillow talk is a great thing, but man, if you
Is
turn
it
that
though?
pillow
Is it
over and
though?
put it,
Is it though?
no, if you
Is it
laying
though?
on a pillow and
Ish.
talking to somebody, it feels great. You're getting everything out. But just understand that pillow can be put up on top of your head and be smothering too.
Oh yeah.
Straight up. That's the best way to put it.
Well,
Hey,
see, y'all speaking from being in relationships though. Y'all in love.
No, 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 no,
No,
not
no, no, no.
relationships.
Oh, you saying
not
like, oh,
even.
just okay. So I
No,
said,
I'm
I
saying,
said,
no, I said, be careful when you have those relationships with people where you can express feelings and everything without putting a physical aspect to it. Because
okay.
we're all men. We've all lived life. Like there's been situations that I'm pretty sure we all have been where a girl could be venting or being emotional, and it leaves an opportunity for a physical thing. But if you go that physical route, it kind of taints everything that happened before that. So
Yeah.
100%.
I would just caution people to try to keep that platonic because adding a physical aspect to that can be dangerous.
You
Yeah,
don't want to mix your emotional problems with trauma bonding physically.
there you go.
It
You
just
got
doesn't
Yes,
go
there
well.
you go.
That
Yeah.
physical trauma bond, it's not
Hard to
it for the
pray.
most part.
Now y'all do whatever. Okay. Greener grass, greener on the other side, not towards.
All right, bet. Yeah, I mean, kind of looking at the next topic. When you green, you grow, and when you ripe, you rot. I think I heard the great philosopher Kevin Gates say
Oh
this
God.
on a
Gosh.
podcast.
Yeah,
But I mean, I
God.
agree with it. I mean, he said some wild stuff, like when he
Oh,
be talking
yes, he
Yeah.
about
does.
starting cars with his hands and stuff like that. I don't really be. But
Yeah.
now he said that, and I listened to it, and I was like, you know what, that kind of makes sense. You know, when you green, and we talk about being green, you talking about not knowing certain things, being fresh to a situation. Because you talk when I think about somebody green, I think about somebody I don't know what you have no idea which, but ignorance is bliss. The more you know, the more cemented your brain is around how the world works, how that world that you're in works. But when you don't know anything, you're really open to everything because you gotta be, right? Or you're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna move a little faster at times because you're trying to figure it out. Like you trying to, you might make a step and then you're like, you make a mistake and it doesn't, like, oh, this again, like it's like, oh, okay, this is something that doesn't work, like it's different. But then when you get ripe in a situation, when you've been somewhere for 10, 15, 20 years, when constantly been doing something over and over again, you start to run old dialogue and run through old stories of what went happened before, and that tends to hurt. And I think there's always two sides of every coin, right? Because on the other side, experience is the best teacher. So when you do learn things or learn people, it helps kind of order your steps a little better. But I don't know, man. I kind of wanted y'all's thoughts on it because I say there's a lot of areas in my life where I'm actually searching for green situations for myself. Like I think we gotta constantly be a learner, right? In order to be a teacher. Like if you gonna ever teach anybody anything, you gotta be willing to learn new things so that you're not always regurgitating, especially in an information age where we learn it as a human population so fast, all kind of different stuff. So like I downloaded the Meta AI app. As much as I ain't gonna say hate, I don't like AI images as
Mm-hmm.
much. Like I think AI images bothers me more than just AI information. I think now I'm seeing where it's going with the imaging. That shit bothers me, bro. It made me a lot. It makes me really uncomfortable. But I'm being green to it and being understanding that, hey, that's where we're going. Like and you either get with it or get ran over. So I think it's okay to be green. I don't want to be that old man like, I ain't gonna do it because I don't trust it.
Yeah.
I
Give me
don't
my
know what the
flip
hell they got
phone.
going on with all
Give me my flip phone. No,
this.
for real.
Come on, damn
No,
flip
for
phone.
real.
Get my phone. So I don't know. So what's y'all's thoughts on being green versus kind of being ripe and rotting?
I think in a sense it's addition by subtraction. I think like you said, you when I'm at a job for 10 years, if I take myself away from that and go find something, I mean, unless it's going great, hey, don't leave your job just for no
Nah.
reason. You know what I'm saying? If you're growing in the company, keep growing in the company. But even I use in a sense, Kerry, me going to Montana. I think I had been in Texas, Louisiana my whole life. So like and around my family my whole life. I think going up there's kind of taking myself away from being protected by my family. I'm the baby, I'm the kid, I'm the youngest brother. I've been protected, I've been watched over my whole life. And I've been in Texas, Louisiana. I know the streets. I know everything out here.
And he bigger than everybody. Nigga like 6'3".
Big brother.
So I think going to Montana, it was like addition by subtraction. I subtracted my family, my city, everything I knew. But when I got out there, I learned so much more. Like I added so much to my life. So it was really I added value to my life by subtracting even the people I love. I hate to say it like that, but it was even not having them around.
And
So
would you say that was comfortable or uncomfortable at times?
Oh,
very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So uncomfortable. I drove up. First of all, I drove to Montana from
Insane.
Texas. The whole drive I was thinking about just turning around. Like I'm like, bro, what am I doing? Like, why am I going to Montana, bro? First of all, we all know in Montana there's not many of us.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
So I'm like, I've always been around black people. Carrie, like you said, around you've been around my family. Like Terrance, you know, like I've
That's a
always been
fact.
around us. So like I added value to my life by rubbing shoulders with people I never would have rubbed shoulders with. So I think it was like addition by subtraction. And even like I say, subtracting the city. I love Texas. I love my family, but I think that was the best thing I could have did for myself. So I was green to everything up there. I was green to everything north of maybe even California and that, like me. And I'm talking about Southern California. Everything north of that, I've never been. I've always been in the South. So
Yeah.
Gary, that I told him, I said, when you're going up there after you get out of Texas, when you get a little past that desert and you start going up into the mountains, man, take your time because it's a beautiful ride. That Negro
yes,
got a hotel. He made it a 2-day trip.
I'm
He
in the trip.
enjoyed that ride.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
Made
respect
the
yeah.
trip,
that.
bro.
You
I
gotta
never been
stop,
to
though. You gotta
Utah.
stop.
I
That's
never been to
one thing.
Wyoming. I never. I mean, like I said, Colorado. I've taken. Yeah, I've been to Colorado, but everything north of Colorado, I've never. Seattle, Washington, Utah, Wyoming. Like, I mean, and it's nothing. It's really land, but it's still mountains and beautiful and animals I hadn't seen and
Your
people
eyes get
fly
real
fishing.
big though. Your eyes
Yeah,
get
bro.
real
Like
big while you
people,
driving out there.
Facts.
I ain't know what a fly fish was. I'm outside fly fishing with people I never. So it's just I came back with so much more knowledge by taking myself away from being comfortable. So I was green to everything. I was green to everything up there. You
Mm-hmm.
know. So
I'll say being green at things has helped me a lot in life. Like after I left school with JJ and them, I went up to school in Oklahoma. And it was a very, very big situation like that. I went to a little small town, right? You start rubbing shoulders with people and stuff like that. I also think that being green, it allows you to be open to those experiences, right? It allows you because like y'all said, JJ could have went up there and kept the Texas mindset, like I'm from Texas. I ain't really rocking. I'm
Some
just here to
people do
do this
that.
job. Some people do.
Some people do that.
And it's nothing against them. I hate it for them because they're closing off their ability to learn more about what's around and what's outside. But I think what I would think about the ripeness is, do you think, and I want to ask you guys this, do you think it's easier to transition from being ripe about something to going to green, or from going to green and then now that you've been green about something, now you're ripe because of your new lessons?
I think DeMarcus should answer this question as the oldest guy on the podcast.
I don't know if I like that one, but okay.
I'm crying.
uh, it's definitely harder being green and going to right because you know how life flourishes and opportunities and what the gratitude from being uncomfortable can bring. You don't get any gratitude from being comfortable. Like once you're comfortable, you're not getting any gratitude from it. You might reflect, you know what I'm saying? You might feel comfortable, but as far as like gratitude or that aha or that great feeling, you will never achieve it again because you're comfortable. And
Yeah.
that's why, you know, you go from right to right because you just sit there. You know what I'm saying? Like you can have a great plant, you know what I'm saying? It's just sit bananas. You know what I'm saying? And once you pick them and pluck them and you just leave them there, they're gonna get ripe, they're gonna rot. Okay, they just sit there. They're not doing any more growing, they don't have any more nutrients to feed them anymore. So it's definitely harder going that way. Uh the whole thing about being ripe and getting to the point to where you do start to rot is then you just make it harder for you to ever get to a point to grow because now you become one with whatever environment that you're in. Like you said, the person that never leaves their home city, or they got people in the city that don't leave the south side of their city, like literally do not leave the south side of their city, and they know the streets and every pothole and everything, but they are stuck to that city and they know nothing else. You take them past 8 Mile and it's like, what is this? Like I haven't been on the south side of Fort Worth in a year or two, and I went down to a friend's house, and I was like, I didn't even know they literally have built a mix master on 287 going to Arlington that I have not seen before, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know they did all this. So yes, you get ripe and you get to the point where you're starting to rot, then you're in a very dangerous position.
I think that going from green to like, getting ripe, if you will, that is inevitable. And, that's the progression. Like that's life, right? Like no matter what, we're going to get older. Every situation gets older. Even if you learn more about it, you've been there for 25 years doing what you've been doing, same city, same, whatever. But the secret sauce is finding green within everything, right? Like it ain't got to be as drastic as jetting off to a state you ain't never been to. It could be,
no.
You know what I'm saying, in a new endeavor, something to be able to keep you fresh. And if you struggle to do that, I think it's very important that, your environment creates, more opportunities for green people to come in or green situations to come in if you're not the type of person. Because everybody's not down to change. Most people aren't down to change. I think it's hard to go from ripe to green. Because it's like, shoot, once you get comfortable, comfort
it's hard
is,
to get comfortable again.
Yeah, that's human nature, bro. By human nature, we strive for more comfortable situations. We want to be comfortable. You have to fight against your human nature to keep green situations in your life. So it's like you can't. And I think this is the spiritual side of it. And DeMarcus, you probably appreciate this. Like I think God sometimes forces you to go into situations where you're green. Like you thought you supposed to be doing something, and car turned around. He like, all right, okay, what we gonna do here?
That's what I'm doing.
And I can put scripture to that because God told man to go into the world and be fruitful and multiply.
Right.
Can't do that just sitting there and getting comfortable and chilling in the garden and eating. It will never happen. So
yeah. It's I mean, that was my story for that is when my daughter, I brought her up twice already. When she was born and I was 20, like when I found out her mama was pregnant, it was like, okay. Like I thought my life was gonna go a certain way. And then, obviously being young and dumb, I was wilding, didn't plan it. God was like, all right, here we go. You about to be a father. I'm like, what?
God's plan. Yeah,
God's plan. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, a father, huh? How the hell I'm gonna be a father and be doing this much football? I'm like, I don't know how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, okay, you got to look at it differently. But I mean, I think there's a lot of times in life where you just
and carry not just football, activities after football and having fun after football and all that. So just think if you didn't have that daughter, what your life could have been.
It would have been.
She probably saved your life.
Yeah, he been in jail. He fighting after basketball games and everything.
Yeah, thank God. You know what I'm saying? I think everything happened for a reason, bro. Like I think everything happened for a reason. And when you talk about those green situations, just being green and being comfortable in a new setting, like being comfortable, being uncomfortable, right? Like they always say, like just being okay with the fact that I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Yeah.
That is powerful. Like that's powerful. Like to be, because like that's my thing right now is the guitar. Like I want to learn how to play the guitar, but it's like that discomfort for me right now is really pissing me off. Every time I put YouTube on and I get that guitar in my lap, it's like I got about 15 minutes of struggle before I got to take a break. But I mean, it's training my brain. Like it's training
I
my
was just about
brain.
to say, keeping that brain working.
Yeah,
Keeping
it's
that
training my
brain working.
brain. Same with Spanish. Look, need a little Espanol. You know what I'm saying? Looking for my
Shout out JJ and the dudes making fun of me when I got a guitar when we were in college.
I did make fun of you.
All right, how you doing with it now?
Brother, doing with it. We might as well take up piano at this point.
Okay, let's get it there. Let's get it there. Yeah.
Well, the guitar life was over quick.
Yeah.
No, but
Oh, it didn't work out well. I thought you were saying
I was
like
in
you
it for the
killed
wrong
it.
reasons. I was in it for the wrong reasons.
Oh, you ain't never learned?
I learned a little bit. I learned how to play How to Love by Lil Wayne.
Well, that's good then, bro. That's a success. I thought you killed it. I thought he said you might as well pick up a piano. I was like, oh, I thought bro was out here just like Led Zeppelin.
No. I had one little boop, beep, boop, and we're gone.
Dang, son.
You got to remember, we went to school with Co-Wetzel. You're not beating that.
Bro, Co-Wetzel.
You're not beating that.
I did go to school with Co-Wetzel.
Facts. So, you just got to humble yourself and sit there and watch.
Hey, can we talk about how Co-Wetzel was supposed to be Morgan Wallen? It just never happened.
Yo, I think that was his choice though. I think he always just wanted to be like just able to do his own thing. I don't think Cole ever wanted to be like big in the spotlight and have that pressure. He just want to make music and have fun.
Hey, for real. That's like a country music artist vibe though.
Bro, just think, you know how we do can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Just think when we did the talent show, the freshmen do talent shows. Bro, he had us we were all like,
y'all were like, oh,
what? Mesmerized.
We was like, yo, that was too good, bro. Like,
that was actually the best country song I've ever heard.
Bro, you need to quit football today.
Why are you here?
Hey, bro, go ahead and hang your jersey up, man. You got better things coming.
Retire.
We ain't getting no money on here, bro. Go get you some paper. Like, what you doing?
It was NIL. We had that NIL,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hey, boy, them NILs taking care of the brothers, man. They getting taken care of.
We need to talk about young men with money one of these times. How to high yield interest account, IRAs and stuff.
Shout out the Roths and stuff. Yeah.
Nah, 1,000%.
They parents need to put that money in a trust so they can't touch it.
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, but then that takes you to the conversation of conservatorship. Like, how long are your parents supposed to financially be responsible for you before you have the lessons yourself?
Well, I would. Yeah, responsible for. I would say just set it up so that they can make foolish decisions on their own. Not that you're responsible for it. Just take it away from them making the. Yeah, I guess you're saying the same thing, but.
All right, I think that's a great conversation to have, though, for sure. But to kind of wrap it up a little bit because we got a little bit of time left. I got 2 words for y'all, and I want y'all to tell me the first thing that come to y'all mind when y'all think of these words.
Oh hell!
Keep in mind, I got 30.
So about to go DX.
Resilience.
What is it?
Resilience. One sentence. What comes to your mind?
Bouncing back.
Hey, never staying down.
Marcus.
I'm not saying anything because Gerald goes before me, and that's what I was gonna say. I think like I'm copying him, so I don't want to say nothing.
Staying in the fight. That's what I would say. So
Yes,
my last one is unbreakable.
Oh, solid.
Ooh, test of time. The test of time.
Jarrell.
I'm thinking that DeMar, look. Strong. I'm trying to think of a better word. DeMarcus took my word. Maybe we got brother.
I'm gonna say faith. We lost your sound too, bro. All right, last one. I got one more. Purpose.
Design.
God's plan.
End game.
Be Like Podcast. So we appreciate y'all tapping into Be Like Podcast. Terrance, been a pleasure. Appreciate it, brother. You brought a lot of great energy to the podcast. Anything y'all else want to leave the guys and the girls out there in the world, light leaders? We got 10 seconds.
Shout out your podcast. He got the merch.
Yeah, shout out Bet on Me clothing coming soon. Podcast coming soon.